The top stories: a renewed call for safe Bridgetown stores ahead of the anniversary of the Campus Trendz fire. The Sanitation Authority reports improved garbage collection. And this year's Spouge Award goes to a songwriting veteran. Welcome to Nation News for Wednesday, August 27, 2014.
No matter where you are in the world, at home or abroad, Nation News keeps you connected with what's happening in Barbados through our website, video newscast, and online e-papers. So stay connected with Nation News. Your time, your way.
David Comishong says he's disappointed that little appears to have been done to make city buildings safer following the death of 6 young women in the Campus Trendz fire 4 years ago. The social activist and attorney at law has called on the authorities to ensure that businesses follow safety regulations. The 6 young women perished in the fire on Tudor Street on September 3, 2010, after being trapped inside their fashion store.
We still have the problem, we still have the ongoing problem of the lack of proper safety mechanisms, the lack of proper fire escapes, the one door, the phenomenon of the one door shop or store in Barbados. And I would like to say once again that we remain very disappointed that 4 years after the Campus Trendz tragedy, that it seems to us that precious little has been done to rectify that substandard condition that prevails in so many commercial buildings in Barbados.
Mr. Comishong, director of the September 3rd Foundation, is again asking Barbadians to observe a minute's silence at midday on Wednesday in remembrance of the victims. He said the day should be used to reflect on violent crime generally and more specifically crime directed at women. Wednesday will also be marked by a 90-minute ceremony in Heroes Square. Chickmont Foods, the poultry processors, say there won't be a shortage of turkeys this Christmas, even though a fire destroyed the company's turkey pens on Tuesday. More than 7,500 young turkeys were killed at ZRS Farms in Christchurch on Tuesday evening. Farm worker Rupert Carew said he was still carrying out the final checks for the day when the fire broke out. A local garment manufacturer has claimed that Trinidad and Tobago is passing off T-shirts made in the Dominican Republic as made in the two-island nation to qualify for CARICOM concessions. And Minister of Industry Donville Innes has promised to investigate the allegation made by Ian Pickup, the managing director of River Bay, which the minister has been touring. Mr. Innes said the matter had to be handled quietly and diplomatically. Mr. Pickup said his company's revenue has been declining since 2012, but a rebranding is on the cards to try to reverse the trend. The Barbados Community College says it has seen no major surge in its student roll for the coming semester, even as numbers at UE drop because of new tuition fees. Community College Registrar Sidney Arthur is not surprised, however, since he says students at the college also have significant costs to bear. He says a more accurate number of students enrolled will be known after classes for new students commence on September the 8th. Farmer Stephen Williams, who made headlines last week when he shot 2 of the 3 dogs that attacked one of his calves, wants police to arrest thieves who steal from farmers. Mr. Williams said police recovered 6 calves stolen from his farm 2 months ago, but have failed to charge anyone. The irate farmer complained it was taking too long to bring crop and animal thieves to justice. He said farmers were losing thousands of dollars every month to theft.
From my perspective, predial larceny is seriously disheartening. The profits are minimal.
The profits you mean to the farmers?
Profits to the farmers are minimal to non-existent. And when you have somebody helping themselves to your produce, it puts you in a negative position. And on top of that, you read the court cases where these people convicted, the very few that are convicted of predial larceny get a kiss on the cheek, not even a slap. I would prefer see them get a hard slap around the head or little incarceration.
The Sanitation Service Authority is reporting an improvement in the collection of garbage, which was piling up in some communities because of a severe shortage of trucks. SSA spokesman Alf Padmore said crews had been working around the clock to clear the streets of refuse and to get more vehicles on the road.
Based on what was happening over the last couple of weeks in Barbados, there has been some improvement, at least from where we sit, because we have had crews going on weekends. Mechanics were working over the weekend. Our manager, acting Janice Jones, along with Mr. Mitchell, the acting operations manager, was on site working around the clock with them, and motivating and encouraging them to work. And these fellas are really putting in some long hours, especially looking at the maintenance of the fleet, because what you don't want is a vehicle going out and then coming back in the same day with a problem. So we are looking at long-term solutions.
He said the garbage problem had been compounded by an increase in bulk waste being put out by householders in an apparent summer cleanup. Songwriter Satch Moore is this year's recipient of the Spouge Award for Service to Music Development. Minister of Culture Stephen Lashley made the announcement at a news briefing during which he received the sponsorship check for the Community Independence Celebrations from Goddard Enterprises Limited. The minister praised the contribution of Satch Moore to Spouge. He wrote such hits as "What You Gotta Give Me for Christmas," "Work It Out," and "Sandra, if Sandra wanna wine, let her wine." The Spouge Award will be presented during the official launch of the Community Independence Celebrations in Oystons on Saturday. Michael Best, after-sales manager of a Goddard subsidiary Courtesy Garage, said the festivities are an opportunity to celebrate Barbadian achievements.
It's an opportunity for us to celebrate our independence. An important part of that is for people to understand their talents and their gifts and what has caused Barbados as a nation to this particular point. And so this is an opportunity for us to celebrate those actions, and also to give people an opportunity to showcase their talents, and so to the benefit not only of themselves but to the benefit of the Barbados as a whole.
And finally, a town where the population is made up of young women has made an appeal for single men, but only those willing to live by female rules. Over 600 women make up the population of Noiva do Cordeiro in a remote valley in southeast Brazil, most aged between 20 and 35. Although some are married with families, their husbands are made to work away from home, only being allowed to return at weekends. Sons are sent away when they reach 18, and no other men are permitted to live in the town. The settlement dates back to the 1880s, when a young woman and her family were excommunicated from the Catholic Church after she was accused of adultery. That's it for Wednesday. Nation News is also available on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Also, The Daily Nation is out on Thursday.